Hello everybody and welcome to the Dulcimerica. I was going to say the video podcast, but I haven't called it the Dulcimerica video podcast for a very long time, so who knows. I am up here in Williamsburg, Virginia on tour, having a great time, making lots of music, making new friends and seeing lots of old friends, and I'm here inside Marahute to share with you a tune that I've been working on for a little bit and actually have the tab that I just released for it. Hard Times by Stephen Foster mashed together with Lean on Me by Bill Withers. It's a cool little mashup, and the reason I like it is because Hard Times has one sort of a feel to it, you know, about how things are bad and people have that experience, you know, and it kind of leaves you there, just life is hard. But when you put it together with Lean on Me, that's the answer to the problem with the hard times, is having somebody who's always going to be there for you when you need a friend, somebody you can lean on. So I think together they balance each other out quite a bit, and a lot of people have responded very positively to this. So the tab is available, and if you go to the link right here in the video description, you'll find a link that goes to the Patreon open house, and that tab is yours to download for free. While you're there, make sure you check out everything else on the open house page, and if you like what you see, consider becoming a patron for just $5 a month. It gets you access to all of my CDs, books, videos, and tablature, everything I've done, and everything I'm currently working on into the future. If you'd like more information, please visit patreon.com/BingFutch and go to the open house section there and featured tags. But the link is right down there in the video description, and you can get the tab for this and follow along. So go ahead, and I'll wait while you do that. Somebody is dropping acorns on the roof. Okay, now let's get into how to play this. First of all, we are in DAD tuning. We're playing this tune in the key of D, and you're going to need the 1.5 fret in order to do that cool little chromatic walk down the second time through Hard Times. Also, one thing I do want to make note of, and I'm very aware of this, is the way Hard Times is actually written. This line here, instead of going down a step, that actually goes down a half step, which is kind of hard to get at the 3rd fret, and it sounds kind of wonky if you want to go for it, but I'm just letting you know that I do realize that that proper interval is going to be a half step from A, and we don't have that half step there. You can bend it if you want to get it, but it just depends on how true to the melody you want to keep it at that point. Most Dulcimer players don't play the half step. Now you can get that note up here, so it's just a simple matter of changing where you're going to put that. I just play it that way because all the chords are right over here, and I'm trying to avoid having you go up and do a lot of different hand positions. But there is a solution for getting the A flat up there at the 6.5 fret, also known as G sharp. All right, so we'll start off with the melody for Hard Times, and you might already have this melody under your fingers from playing it in other arrangements. But here we're starting from open and going up, open, 1, 2, coming up to the 4th fret, up to the 5th fret, down to 4, 2, 1, 0. Now, even though it's not written down in the tablature, I'm doing a little turnaround on the middle string at the 1st fret, just to give it a little something in between verses. You can also go and do a 101 there if you want to bring in the background for that chord change. But I like to do it pretty open against the drone and then bring all the colors in later. All right, then coming up into our chorus for Hard Times, 2, 3, 4. Going up to 7, down to 4, 3, 2, and then I bring the 101 A chord in right there. While holding on at the 1st fret bass string, I will walk back up into the verse. Then I'll bring the 101 in there, hinting at some of the color to come. That little walk down there is actually in the tablature, and I do that for the second time through. Hard times, and we also bring in our walk down on the middle string, going chromatically from the 3rd fret down. So to walk into that and to make it comfortable, what I'm doing is, remember our first 3 notes are open, 1, 2. And the harmony we're going to bring in on the middle string is going to start at the 3rd fret and then walk down this way. But we're going to keep holding on to the melody string. So what I'm doing is I'm using my middle finger on the melody string, and then I'll use my index finger on the middle string and then shift them around like this. And you'll see how I changed my fingers around to allow for a smoother transition. I'll do that again. So you want to make sure you're coming down to get that 1 on the melody string. I'll do that one more time. Then 2, and then just down on the 1st fret on the melody string and the middle string. Full G major chord here, full D major chord here. And again. For this, going 2, 3, 4 up, I harmonize on the middle string at the 3rd fret. Full G major chord, full D major chord, and then these partial harmonies, D major, another D. This is a partial E minor chord. It is the relative minor to G major, which is the chord happening there, and then a partial D chord. So again, it's going to go like this. I like to bar 1 there to give us a E5 chord, even though we're looking for an E major. E5 will work just as fine. Pick up on the melody string, and then go to your 101A. Coming back down that those partial chords, the harmonies, hard times, hard times. And then back into our chromatic walk down. So we go from this point now to Lean On Me by Bill Withers. It's a very syncopated song, and the thing that's going to help you the most with this playing this arrangement is to know Lean On Me very, very well. You know, you got to be able to hear it in your head. You got to be able to feel it, because trying to read tablature and get the same sort of feeling can be very difficult. You're looking at kind of the wrong influence. You want to feel it in your gut, the movement of this tune, and it's going to inform how you actually play it. Having said that, let me go ahead and get into it here. The first part of the lick and the main riff for this tune is open on the middle string. I'm hammering on at the 1st fret and then plucking the melody open. You'll also notice throughout all of this that I'm using my right hand palm mute to silence the strings so I can make some of these tones staccato, really short, and very, very quick. And that's helping to make it sound a lot more like the original. So notice how I cut that sound off short. Okay. Okay. Notice how I come in at the 1 and I hammer that on. I pluck it and then I hammer on very quickly. Okay, I'll do it one more time and then I'll keep going after that. Then a middle string again, then 2 on the bass string, then open on the middle string, hit your 1 on the middle string, and then hit your melody open. It's a cool little riff right there, and it's what I started off with when I first started working this piece together, because I was just wondering if it was possible to make it happen. So let's do that again. From 2-1-0. Next is an A chord, and what we're doing here is we're going to get part of the A chord by going on the bass string at the 1st fret and the middle string 2nd fret, and you can go ahead and strum open if you like there. I like the whole thing even though our melody note is going to be on that middle string. So now, so I'm hitting middle and bass there. If you accidentally hit the melody string, it's okay. That's the next thing we're going to hit. The ring finger is going to come down at the 1st fret on the melody string, and then let go everything with a 0, 0, 0. Again. Okay, that's the riff. Very, very instantly recognizable riff that. So now we do what basically is the feel, the groove of the tune without actually getting into the melody for the lyric. And so we're just going to do a very, very simple thing here which establishes the groove, and that's this. So this is, again, where it's super, super important to know how this tune rolls. Because what I'm doing here is I'm using, again, short staccato notes, damping those notes and getting them to stop. I'm also using some percussive strums to fill in what the drums would be doing at this point to kind of keep that groove going. So I'll play it again and just watch what I'm doing to keep this whole feeling of the rhythm locked in. And then we anchor with that. We anchor with that A, and it's a little bit different than the time we played it before. Before it was like this. This time it's just, you're not bringing in the E on the melody string at that point. So we're just walking up, open 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, walk back up to a B minor, which I'm playing 2, 1, 2 because the melody really is on the melody string. So we're just doubling up what's happening on the 2nd fret. Little lick here. Using my thumb from 2 to 1, sliding, and pulling off. And then it comes over to the middle string at the first fret. And then open. Okay, once again, not playing the E on the melody string. And this piece, you know, it's very starkly layered out. There aren't a whole bunch of drums in the song, but because of the groove and the way it is, how snappy and how tight it is, I've left it a very stark arrangement. So you don't have to fill in with a whole bunch of beats there. But the beats that you do put in, the percussive moments that you do put in, need to be strong, need to be solid, and uncluttered to make this all work out, to have so much space in between all the beats and make it happen. Now, your feeling about how to sing the song is going to inform how you play this next part. Because you are playing the lyrics, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. That's what we're playing here. And you have the option of making some of these notes flatted using the 1.5 fret. And I'll do that this time around to give you the option, show you what that option is, to soul things up just a little bit. But it's the same basic motion we just did. So it's 2, 1, 2. Notice all the beats and stuff I'm putting in there to balance everything out. When you're not, and then we're going to go 3, 0, 1. I'm hammering on the 1, and then letting it go. Okay, do it a little bit slower for you. While holding on to the G on the bass string at the 3rd fret, use your middle finger and ring finger to walk down 2, 1, 0. After you hit the melody string, all while holding on to that G so we can keep that chord underlying the melody. So pick melody open, and then middle string, 2, 1, open, down. Open. 2, 1, 2, 101, and little riff at the end there. Come back to your 2. 2, 1, 0, open, and then our partial A. Ring finger gets the 1 on the melody string, E, and then let everything go. So after that, we go back into the riff. You just call on me, brother. So we do that again. And this time, all over the line that goes, we all need somebody to lean on. I'm going to blue that up a little bit to show you, using the 1.5 fret instead of the 2nd. So we go like this. So you see, that time I actually went to the 1.5 on the melody string as opposed to 2, and that dropped that note down a half step, made it a blue note, and gave it more of a saucy, sassy, funky vibe. So you can intersperse that throughout the piece, wherever you like, just to give it a little extra something something. Let me do that whole section again. So once I've done that, and that's now basically twice in the arrangement that the riff has shown up. And that's a pretty fair amount. Recorded, this is about 4.5 minutes long, so it's a good solid chunk there. I then go back into Hard Times and our chromatic walk down. So right here. And then I resolve up to D, walk it down, and now finish it all up. All that ending stuff is not written in the tablature. I kind of put it just bare bones, so you had the melody, the chords, basic rhythm, and a little turnaround action. And then the rest is completely and totally up to you. But I wanted to show you what I'm doing with the ending in case you decide to go that direction. And there it is, the piece from start to finish. Once again, the tab is available in the video description of this episode, which will take you over to the Patreon open house. A lot of people have enjoyed this. I've just started performing it, and those who are big fans of Stephen Foster and Bill Withers will have a lot to like about this particular arrangement. So play it in good health, and I hope that everybody out there who's watching this right now knows that even during hard times, you always have somebody to turn to. Hope everybody has somebody that they can lean on. Thanks again, everybody. Play in good health, and we will see you next time back in the studio in Orlando, Florida. Thank you for watching. That was squirrely.